Passage A. Once a young prince from a distant land was riding along when he saw a field of sunflowers. What beautiful flowers, he thought to himself, and sat down under a tree to rest for a while before continuing his journey. He was so tired that he fell asleep. Para. The sun was almost sinking when he woke up. The prince got up, untied his horse, and suddenly stood starting. Coming out of the sunflower field was the most beautiful woman he had ever seen. He forgets his journey. Quickly he got on to his horse and dismounted in front of her and bowed low. "O beautiful maiden, do not be frightened. I am the Prince of Royal. I was passing through this town when I saw you. You have attracted me. Will you consent to be my wife?" the prince asked. Para. The beautiful woman looked at the prince's handsome face, and she too fell in love with him. "Oh, prince," she replied in a sweet voice, "I am all alone in the world. I will agree to marry you on three conditions. Listen carefully. If you will want to marry me after hearing the conditions, then I am willing. The first condition is that once you marry me, you cannot go back to your palace. I have to stay in this town itself." Para. The second is that every day from daybreak till the sundown, I will not be with you. The third and the most important condition is you should never question me about anything or try to stop me from living. If you do so, I shall go away never to return again. Para. Now think carefully before you promise me, prince, the beautiful woman said after listing her conditions. "I do not need to think. I want to marry you on any terms, even if you put down 100 conditions," replied the prince firmly. Para. "So be it then, but do not forget the conditions," said the woman. They got married that night itself, and the prince hired a huge mansion for them to stay. The next morning, before the prince could wake up, his wife had disappeared. But there was breakfast and lunch ready on the table. She returned again as soon as the sun went down. Meanwhile, the prince had sent word to his palace that he could not return immediately. For many days, the same pattern followed.